I'm so pleasantly surprised by Bend. I'm falling in love with it, to be honest. I love it here. Today we're doing a walk along the river, and it looks like we're gonna go over that bridge right there and do kind of a loop. I think it's about a mile. We just started, and the weather is perfect. Everything's perfect. Climate is really unique because it's in the high desert, but when you look at the distance, you see snow-capped mountains, and also the sunsets are so intense here, almost like the sunsets that we saw when we were in Tucson. So you have these things about the desert that are great, but then you have these things about the mountains that are great too. Mountains in the distance, I mean. And also, it's not a big city, but it's not a small town. It seems like just a really good-sized big town or small city. So I like that part of it. The fact that there's so many outdoorsy things to do here. As you're walking along the river, you see people kayaking. You even see people surfing. I didn't even know you could river surf. We saw that yesterday, and that was pretty cool. Everyone's just outside walking, biking. Like, everyone seems really active and outdoorsy and nice. Everyone we talked to has been so nice here. Bend wasn't even on the original plan in this loop, but we ended up shooting across the mountains to escape the rain, and we ended up in Bend, which I'm so grateful for because Bend might just be my favorite place that I've been in all of our travels. I feel really good here. I love the weather. I love the scenery. It's not like any place I've been to before, so we're just having a lot of fun discovering this new place that wasn't even on our radar before, and I love that.
Look, kayaks.
Kayaks?
See the kayaks in the river?
I don't see.
Let's go look at them. I see 3.
No, that's not kayaks. Those are the steps.
Look, there's a man in a kayak.
Yeah, he's paddling.
He's paddling, yeah.
Staying at is an hour outside of Bend, which is kind of a bummer because we love Bend and we want to go there basically every day. So we're doing a lot of driving here. But the cool thing about staying here is that it's a whole different scene than the scene in Bend. So we're really getting 2 experiences in the same location, which is kind of cool.
Okay, don't pick it. Let me leave it here. It'd be nice. You can pet it. Be nice.
I'm petting it.
You're petting it? You're being nice to that plant?
Yeah.
Okay.
The town we're staying at is called Culver, and we're at the KOA of Central Oregon. I find KOAs kind of comforting, so I like to pepper our exploration with KOAs every few campgrounds because there's laundry, there's playgrounds. It's just something that I find comforting. What's beautiful about this campground is there's so much space. In every direction you see fields and mountains in the distance and these big like desert hills. I don't know what they're called, but so every night after dinner here, we walk up behind the campground, up a hill, and we walk up onto this levee, and we walk the levee along an irrigation channel. And it's so scenic, and the sunsets are just like almost as amazing as the sunsets we saw in Tucson. So we love our after dinner walks here.
Maple, too close.
Even though it's an hour outside of Bend, I'm grateful that we stayed here because we've been able to experience such a unique setting. Well, I've been thinking a lot about Thousand Trails and getting a Thousand Trails membership. For those of you who don't know, Thousand Trails is a big network of campgrounds all over America. But the thing about it is there's a yearly fee, so it seems like it's kind of steep to get in. We came to Bend in a hurry, really just to get out of the rain. We came all the way from Washington, so it's not like we had advanced planning to find the perfect campground. So we ended up staying outside of town. There's a campground that seems really nice closer to town, but it's a Thousand Trails campground. But this is kind of what's pushing me over the edge to really seriously consider getting a Thousand Trails membership. Because everywhere we go, we run into Thousand Trails campgrounds, and there's the barrier to entry.
I can make boats. Mimi.
Every location we go to, we always end up learning something new about our mode of travel, and we figure out some way that we can improve it. And I think what we're learning in Bend is that we want to open our horizons a little bit as far as campgrounds that we can stay. There's been so many times where we roll into a new place and there's a great campground really close to where we want to be, but it's Thousand Trails, so we can't get in. But on the other hand, it's really nice having our options open, especially since we travel on the fly so much. We really go where the wind blows us, sometimes literally. So it's nice not to feel that added pressure of, oh, I'm paying for this Thousand Trails membership, so we better stay at Thousand Trails to try to get our money's worth. So that's one of the things that's kind of held me back from that, is I like feeling open and free to stay wherever we feel. So I'm torn. Do we do Thousand Trails, or do we keep doing what we're doing? What do you guys think? Do you think Thousand Trails would be a good fit for us? Whoa.
I don't want to go back home.
Well, it's getting dark. Mabel told me that this is better than the playground.
It is pretty awesome.
Nothing really beats throwing rocks in a river, I don't think.
Fun, not open when the boat. So it can be safe.
Hi, Olive. Wanna go eat some dinner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tacos?
Chips?
Chips? We're not gonna go to bed yet. We still get to eat dinner.
No.
Read
no,
stories?
It's bedtime now.
It's not bedtime yet. It's only dinner time. Usually we go on walks after dinner, so everybody's really confused. They think that we're going to bed now, but we're not. We still have dinner, we have story time, we have a whole evening ahead of us. We leave Bend tomorrow, and it's kind of bittersweet because we fell in love with Bend. I think it's so great here, and I was so pleasantly surprised because it was never even on my radar. Today we drove to Pilot Butte, which is an inactive little baby volcano in Bend that you can hike up and see a beautiful view of the city. But we got there and the paved road was closed, and it wasn't really obvious where the other trails were. Instead of hiking up Pilot Butte, we found this awesome playground. And not only was the play structure really cool, but what was so neat about it is that it had acres of land that was kind of wild, but someone had, I guess, fixed it up to be some kind of a BMX trail or an explorer trail, something like that. So it was just really fun. It was half playground and half wild land. Linden, I like how many babies we have. I think we have enough.
Oh, let's keep it, because what if we have another baby?
Well, Linden, if we have another baby, we can buy a new baby gate. But we're gonna get rid of the baby gate.
Okay.
Because you guys are big girls now.
I'm big girl.
You're a big girl, and we don't need a baby gate anymore. Baby gates are for babies, and you guys are big girls. So we're gonna give the baby gate to Goodwill.
We're gonna get the baby gate from Olive.
You need to keep it for Olive?
Yeah.
No, Olive can listen now. I tell her, hey, Olive, don't go too far. You can listen, right, Olive?
Yeah.
You gonna be a big girl?
Yeah. I
Okay.
can.
Because we're gonna donate the baby gate. All right, so we're pulling into a Goodwill because I'm about to donate the baby gate. I knew this day would come. I didn't know when. And part of me thinks maybe it's too soon, but I just feel like getting rid of the baby gate. It's so big and it's hard to get into the van. It's hard to get out of the van. I'm just ready to move on. I think the girls can learn to just stay in our campsite, and if, we can practice. I think it's time. Olive's 2, so she's not a baby. We don't need a baby gate. So we're gonna let it go to somebody else who needs a baby gate. When we first got on the road, the baby gate was absolutely imperative in order for me to get anything done, because Maple, it was Maple even, who would just, if she could come in and out of the Airstream, she would just walk away.
What you doing, Mama?
Making a play area for the kids. Also, Olive was less than 1 year old. She was literally a little baby. So the baby gate was for Olive, but also for Maple. And it helped Linden too, symbolically, but over time, it doesn't physically keep them out anymore. All 3 of them can just move the gate aside and go in and out, but it does help as a symbolic barrier. So that's why part of me is a little bit afraid to let it go. But also I don't know, it's kind of like just part of our rig. You see the silver Airstream with the rainbow baby gate, and you know it's us. So it's, times are changing, but I feel relief and I feel good. Camping with kids 2 years old and up is so much easier than how it was when we first started, when Olive was a baby and Maple was 2, a toddler. But anyway, everything's just a lot easier now. I feel like we're in a rhythm. The kids understand the boundaries, stuff like that. So I'm ready to take the next step and get rid of this baby gate. They don't take baby gates, so I can't donate it. Maybe it's a sign. Okay, I guess we're keeping it.